Hi, Hayden here, and this video is going to be part of the Creators Helping Creators series that I'm making, and kind of the snafu that I had with the YouTube Studio Beta video editor program, which is absolute garbage. Don't even waste your time using it. I also, in the meantime, have looked at not one, but two free video editors for Windows. In my opinion, both of those are garbage, and you're wasting your time and energy, aggravation, frustration, and creative ability in trying to use those. Don't do it. If you're using a tablet or a mobile device like your cell phone, there are two free programs that you can use, one of which is Power Director. Let me make sure I got this right. I think it's Power Director is the name of this thing. And let me go back over to here, get rid of that. And it's Power Director, and the other one is KineMaster. All right, KineMaster, all one word. Power Director or KineMaster, use either one of those, okay? It does put a watermark on your screen. If you want to pay for it, at some point you probably will, then go ahead and do so, but don't have any problem using it with the watermark on it. We have overlays, advertisements, and our own titles and stuff on our videos anyway. Watermark on the video is nothing. Don't, if anybody thinks anything less of you, shame on them. All right, make video, keep making video, and use whatever free software you want to use till you figure out what you like, what you want to use, and how you want to use it, and then start using that. So let's go into this right here. This is the video that I was going to edit. I wanted to use all these different video clips from all these different things up here. All right, and I wanted to put them into my storyline or my timeline to go ahead and make the video. This is the edited video, but it's not complete just yet. There's a couple of things I want to tweak here, and I wasn't going to take you through the whole process of editing, but we can look at a couple of things. And the one thing we want to look at here is this like kind of aqua colored thing here. This line, there's these video clips are all up on the top. This is the associated audio, right? It says over here, track number 4 here, I highlighted it. Number 4 is audio. That's the audio from the video. If I took this clip right here, I clicked it and dragged it and dropped it right down here, okay, the video was up at the top and the audio is down at the bottom, all right? So I'm gonna hit undo that, and you can hit undo up here as well at the very top. Control Z is the shortcut, which is what I did, and that takes care of it. But I wanna show you these aqua things here. In this particular clip, it's very loud. In this clip here, it gets very loud. In this clip here, it's very loud. Let me show you what's going on in here. This airplane is leaving. It's gonna drive down into the lake and leave, right? Here that same plane is coming up out of the water, and it has to use a little bit of engine power to get up out of the water, up onto its wheels, because it was just floating around in the lake. This one over here is another airplane taking off. Okay, so these get kind of loud. So what I want to do is I want to go into this, and I kind of want to be nice to my viewers, right? So I'm going to go into here, and I hover at the top of the sound. Think of this as like turning the volume up or turning the volume down. Turn it up, turn it down, right? If I hover my mouse, it changes from a kind of a gloved hand to a pointy finger. And then it has a pop-up window that says gain is 0.0 dB, Dolby. That is as loud as it can possibly be, all right? Meaning that the recorded level of the sound is at its maximum that it was. So I want to turn that sound down, but just in this clip, and you see the yellow highlight is just for this clip. And I usually turn it down about 14 Dolby or so, because I really just don't want, it's going to be loud. People know it's going to be loud, but I don't want it to be too loud. I'm going to check this before I finalize it and go ahead and render the video out, but I just want to bring it down a clip. Now this one here is loud right here because an airplane is, let me back up a little bit, and let's back it up, back it up, back it up. An airplane will come into the picture. There it is, all right? So there's an airplane right there, and it's doing a flyover right over our head. At this point, it is at its loudest. It's directly over my head. What I can do here is I can clip, right? This is where the sound starts getting loud, right? So right here, I can hit the S key and split, go over here to the end, hit the S key and split. Now this makes this one clip, nothing's gonna change. Everything's gonna look the same, but I'm just gonna drop this down just a little bit so it's not too loud. About 3, okay, that'd be good there. It's gonna be loud because it's directly over my head, right? But it's not gonna be too loud if somebody's watching this thing on their desktop computer or whatever. They're not going to, or especially with a headphone on. I don't want anybody to hurt their ears, right? So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn the volume down, all right, on this one. I forced the volume down on this. I forced the volume down on that, but it's a little louder because the airplane's right over my head. Let's go over here, this one. This is going to be very loud, all right? And I imagine this next one over here is going to be pretty darn loud too. But I'm going to go right here where it starts getting really loud. I'm going to hit the S here. I'm going to hit and S means split. All right. And that's the S here. And I'm going to turn this one down a little bit because that's pretty darn loud because I'm standing right next to an airplane as it goes by me. Right. So let's turn this down about 8, 7. That looks pretty good. All right. I am going to tweak all of these before I go ahead and render this thing for thing. But I just want to get it basically kind of done. And then here's the other one that gets really loud too because, again, it's an airplane taking off. I'm going to go over to some point where it starts getting loud. I'm going to split the scene. That's what all this is. I split the scene. I'm going to go over here to where it's not, it starts calming down a bit. I'm going to split the scene here too, and all these little icons popped up. And I'm going to go ahead and lower the volume down here. And I'm kind of using the volume before and the volume after to, tweak it down a little bit here. Again, I'm going to listen to this whole thing before I absolutely render the file. I'm going to listen to it again. This one here is the airplane going out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the S key right here. And then I'm going to drop the volume down on this a little bit too, right? Again, I'm going to check all these things that I've changed. I'm going to check them again before I render the video. This one here is loud right here. What's this? I've not turned this one down? I did. Let me pull him down a little bit more. That one there looks a little bit louder than it needs to be. All right, and this one here is an airplane taking off. That same airplane, actually. And this one here is him going back out into the water. And then that's an airplane flying by. This is pretty cool, actually. And as a matter of fact, this airplane here that's flying by right here, I don't know if I show it. Did I? It's this airplane right here. Let me see here. Let's bring it out a little bit. There we go. So there's a seaplane that went into the water, and he took off, and he gave us a flyby. As a matter of fact, he flew by twice. It was really cool. So that was really neat. And they can do that. They can fly really low over the water. Right? They just have to be a certain distance. I forget what it is. I think it's 1,000 feet. You got to be 1,000 feet away from a boat, or above. And it could be a mixture between the two, really. If you're 1,000, at least if you're 1,000 feet away from these people, things should be cool. But I wanted to make sure I got a boat and an airplane in the picture at the same time. So that was pretty cool. And then we got this great sunset. All right, that's enough with sunset. Now all of this over here, if I click the mouse over here, or the icon over here, this is my title screen. All right, this is going to be the title of the video. I have to give it a title, right? I haven't made one up yet. And then is the watching and supporting. Remember from my last video, I have 3 watching and supportings. One's at the beginning, middle, and the end. And I will show you now how I go ahead and adjust that. All right, so let's zoom all the way out. And if we go to the very end right here, this icon's like right here. Let me bring this over to the very end. All right. And we look over here at this timeline number up here. And on the left-hand side, my mouse is going crazy over there. 6 minutes, 35 seconds, and 27 frames. That's how long this video is. But it's not. It's shorter than that because I have to take all this video right here and push it to the left. How do I do that? Very easy. It's actually a pretty cool thing. We grab the first video clip. I grab it, I click the mouse, left click on the mouse, and I slide it all the way over till it goes, kisses right up, kiss right up to that other one. And you see a little icon there. So now, watch what happens. I go from my title screen, right? It's going to fade in. Check this out. It fades out, and then it fades in. And, okay, so we're on that first image is this placard, by next to a flagpole. And this thing right here above that is the watching and supporting. Right at the beginning, right? So this one here is supposed to be at the middle. This watching and supporting here is supposed to be the middle. This watching and supporting is supposed to be at the end of the video. I got to get them there, right? So I go over here. Okay, that's a pain. It's jumping too much. All right, so we go over here, and remember, it's 6 minutes and 35 seconds. We just took 30 seconds off of that. We pushed everything over, right? So 6 minutes and 5 minutes, so about 3 minutes, 3 minutes and 2 seconds or something like that. We can look right about here somewhere. This is 2:59. Oh, let me see. Oh, that's good enough. Okay, and now I can use the arrow keys and go little by little. Actually, if I hit Control, I think I can go even lower, or Alt. Okay, so I did the wrong thing there. Let me click here again. All right, Alt, right? Okay, that's good. So 3 minutes, and we'll just roll it up to like 2 seconds. There we go. That's good enough. Now, this icon sitting right here, right? So that, because normally if I shoot a video, see this little thing right here? This little thing that just turned bright blue. Now it's dark blue. Now it's light blue right there where my finger changed. That is the middle of that clip. That is the middle of that clip. So you look over here in the middle of this clip here, there's that little icon right there, right? So now if I shoot the video and it's all one single clip, like most of my videos are, like this one I'm doing right now, when I put this video for the video I'm making right now, talking about making this video that you see me in the editor here, there's only one of these little things. It's right in the middle. So I know where the middle of the video is. But if I don't, then I have to go to the end of the video, right? Click on the end of the video, move my little cursor over there to the end of the black screen, right? Then I go up here to the timeline and say, whoa, 604? Well, 302, right? Pretty easy stuff. And then let's go 30204. Let me hit alt backwards. There we go. Well, 29, by the way, there's 29 frames in a second. Just like, all right, so there's that. So now I click, I don't click anywhere else. I click on this particular thing and I slide it over, right? That's the middle of my video. So right there, I'm just gonna move it just a hair over. And I don't want that to, I want it really kind of precise actually. So let me go ahead and click over here and get my little zoom in, say zoom in closer to it. I want this thing right about, well, you know what? We can match it up there. We'll match it up right with that. That's good. That'll work out nice. And then we'll take this other one, right? This is the watching and supporting thing, and I put it at the end of the video, right? So let's go ahead to the end of the video. And I just want to make sure, you notice this here is a dashed line right here along this right side of this clip, right? When I put it right here, it's a dashed line. I don't know exactly what that means, but I know it's not really cool. Okay, you want it to be a solid line like that. So there's like that two solid lines right there to the right side of that clip, but I put them over here, and there is a way to do that. Let me show you how to do that. I can change that. If we click on, let me just move this off for a second and click this and move it back. Okay, and that should change to a solid line. All right. Now if I move this over here, that's a solid line. That's a solid line. See, it's something to do with the number of frames or whatever. It's something with that individual video clip. Things get a little goofy, and if you want a really great thing, you want to make sure it's a solid line there. I'm not going to line up watching and supporting with that. I'm going to match up watching and supporting. And let me show you what happens with this. When I play the video out, right, we got the sunset here. It's going to fade in watching and supporting, right? And then the video fades out right here. The video fades out. Watching and supporting goes through this black screen right here. That's the reason why I put the black screen there, so I can take control over how the video ends, right? Watch. Watch up on here on the screen. Watching and supporting fades in. The video is fading out. Watching and supporting stays in there, and then it fades out. That's this thing right here. It's a fade out, all right? So really cool stuff, right? So I hope that you like the video when it gets edited. I've now got everything all set. Everything's good to go. I'm going to save this project as something right away. Save it as, let's give it a name. You know what? Let's go ahead and we'll call this, we'll just call this video editing and movie studio. Let's just go ahead and put 14. All right, so we'll just save that as that. I'll just give it a name. I don't know if that'll keep that name or whatever. And what it does is it puts that up here. Now watch this. If I do something, let's see, I get rid of this, I hit Control Z and I put it back. Now, okay, that is the way everything was. Let's see if I do this. All right, so I take this video clip and I put it way over here at past the end of the video, right? So right now this has a little asterisk right here at the top. That means it's not saved. That means I made a change and I need to save it. As a matter of fact, this is in the wrong spot. There we go. Oh, that's in the wrong spot too. So basically what I want to do is I want to get rid of that. I move it, get rid of it to where it was, and now there's no asterisk right here, right? That means this is as the video program was saved, all right? So I hope that makes sense. Now the next thing I got to do, the only thing I have left to do is go ahead and make the movie up here. So it says make movie. I can click that. I'm not going to do it though. I say save it to my hard drive, and then over in here, I hit advanced options, because what I did in my program is I went and made a YouTube profile. This is a template up here. Remember I said make templates? There's a whole bunch of different templates going on in here. One of which is my YouTube studio, my YouTube information. And this is it right here. I highlighted this in a previous video. These are my settings. I don't know if you can read those or not. It's 16:9 file. Uploading to internet sites, 128 kilobits per second on audio, 48,000 hertz, 32-bit stereo, AAC video, 29.970 frames per second, all right, 30 frames per second, okay, 1920 by 1080. I don't do 4K, even if I could. I think I can, but I don't care. I'm not going to do 4K. It takes forever to upload, all right? YUV, 24 megabits per second, and the pixel aspect ratio is 1. All right, so all that, these are the things that I went through and I designed. All right, you can click customize the template. You go through here, right, and and you go ahead and change all these things. You can change all these different settings to different things. I'm not going to go through all that right now. You can go through the video, the audio. System is going to be an MP4 format. These are MPEG-4 videos that I make and things of that nature. So you go through and you change all these little things. You tweak them out to be the best you want, right? I'm going to cancel out of that. I'm going to cancel out of this. But I'm going to go back and tweak these audio things. I'm going to listen to this thing probably 2 or 3 times. Make sure everything's where I want it to be. Then I will go ahead and make the movie and go through this process here, right? Save it to my hard drive, advanced settings, right? And do it right there. I'll do all that, and then I will upload this video to YouTube, which will follow this video here, right here, that you're watching right now, all right? So I hope that makes sense. I hope that's useful to you. This video editing software is not very expensive, but what I've decided I'm going to do is also look at software that I knew about or software that I have used, other video editing software, and I'm going to kind of make a review of the different video programs and their current cost as of to the day that I make the video. I'll give you that day, so it's kind of a timely video because that's the price of that day for that version of the software, right? Things change every day. And I will go ahead and make a review of different editing software that I have used and video editing software that would recommend for you. But again, if you don't have the funds for it, you like making video, you're using a cell phone or a tablet or something like that, that's all you have to edit with or anything like that, I would highly recommend for free using Power Director or KineMaster. Both of these are available for free in the app stores. They have the ability to pay for the thing in that application. They also have the ability to pay for additional, options and stuff within that software. And they're also typically supported by advertising also within the software. All right. So with that, that's going to wrap it up for here. I'm going to go ahead and tweak this out, make the render, finish the movie, and then upload it to YouTube. All right. So until I catch you in the next video, take care and be well.